Welcome back to ERPNext Academy. Today we are going to be looking at how we are going to be creating a customer, and we are going to have two videos in this one. The first one is where I'm going to be walking you through the basics, and then I'll tell you what you're going to do in the second. So to create a customer, you just type on the awesome search, you go to customer. So you can either decide to type here or you can do it your way. And then when you're here, you click on this add customer button. Well, we can edit this in full form so that we can see everything. The first thing that is required here is the customer name, and the customer name is very important, because if that is wrong or inconsistent, what that is going to mean is that your quotations, your sales orders, your invoices, your statements are going to be wrong, because this is the thing that shows in all those documents. So let's say, for example, here we have something like Nairobi Auto Traders. All right, that is the name. So you must make sure that the name that you put here reflects exactly what you want to read in the documents that are customer facing, and also the documents that are very critical to your team. Like I said, things like quotations, sales orders, sales invoices, and documents like those. The other thing that we have here is the customer type. And the customer type could be a company, individual, or partnership. And this is important because this is what maybe defines how you do your tax, how you treat tax, and probably how you even communicate to these people. Because you see here we have company, individual, and partnership. So even probably the communication style may differ depending on the customer type that you have selected there. It may also be a way that you use to do reporting. Maybe the reports that you need to send to a company are not the same that you need to send to an individual. So the customer type, you need to make sure you select the correct one there. And also something, again, very critical I mentioned, is tax information. Because maybe how you do taxes to a company is not how it is done to an individual, and so on and so forth. Let's leave it at company. And then we have the customer group. The customer group here, if you see, are a list of things. These are the ones that come out of the box with ERPNext, but you can create your own. And the customer group is important because number one, by the way, even before I go to its importance, here the groups that you can put here are not limited to what you are seeing here, and they must not even be this type. You can decide to put things here like retail or wholesale or corporate or government or things like those. So it is absolutely up to you to decide the kind of customer groups that you're going to put here. And then that is supposed to help you, because, for example, look at it this way. The price lists that you have for retail customers are not the same that you will have for your wholesale customers. So the customer group is what is supposed to help you there. So decide, because if I show you, let me actually show you that. If I click on new customer group, I pretend to be creating a new one. You notice that here we have even things like credit limits. So a credit limit that you will have for a wholesale customer is not the same as the one that you are going to have for a retail customer. So that is what that should guide you now to know the kind of customer groups that you can put here. For this one, we can just do commercial. And then the other important thing that I want to mention here is the territory. Territory, again, this could be something like Kenya, Uganda, if you are multi-regional business. Or, for example, if you're just a Kenyan business, you can do something like Nairobi West, Nairobi East. You can do something like maybe Western region. You can do Southern region, Eastern region, things like those. So this is like a representation of where your business is operating, and probably how you want to segregate it. What do I mean by segregating? Things like, for example, the sales reports, sales analysis reports. Which regions or which territories are performing the best? What products are being sold in which territories mostly? So if you want to have such kind of analysis for your business, then when you're creating the customer, the territory is the best thing to guide you. Also, if you want to assign specific customers to the salespeople that are representing you in a specific region, which of course now we call our territory, then you need to put it here. So this way, by filtering by this territory only, you are able to assign your salespeople only the customers in that territory. All right. So this helps you a lot when you are planning. The other thing that I would like us, let me actually go ahead and just put something here like Nairobi West, right? This is our territory that we created. We are not going to be putting anything else here. So we just save and we go back to the customer, and territory Nairobi West is put. The other thing that I would like us to quickly look at here to just prevent this video from becoming too long is we go to the tax information. I want us to look at the tax category because this is very, very important. And this is where you put the tax rule, or rather the tax rule here that you want to apply to this customer. For example, a customer may be VAT exempt. Probably others have special types of treatment when it comes to tax. You know your customers better. This is where you define all those things. So, for example, if I go to create new tax category, we are going to have another video where we are going to be looking at this. You can do this one as VAT exempt. VAT exempt, right? And then we save. That is what is going to come here. I'm going to be showing you in later videos how this is going to be coming very, very handy so that you see how this is going to be affecting how our system behaves. All right? So make sure to also have that tax category when you are creating your customer. Let's go ahead and save this customer. Now, when we have that, we have our basic information for this customer setup. The customer name, the customer type, the customer group, the territory, and the tax category. In the next video, we are going to complete this setup. We are going to be adding the addresses, the contacts, the credit limits, and I'll show you how these things directly affect your daily operations.